She kept stealing my washing powder, so I gave her dye. Welcome to Reddit Rundown. Today, let's talk about petty revenge from one of the top posts of all time on Reddit.
Woo!
I don't mind when my roommates borrow my stuff. We've all been there. All I ask is that they replace what they take. You drink my milk? Just buy me a new milk. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, my roommate doesn't seem to get this. She keeps taking my stuff, and when I ask her to please replace everything she takes, she'll buy one new thing and forget to do it the next time despite having more money than me. I finally snapped when I wanted to wash my clothes, but only found an empty box that used to contain my washing powder. I don't buy fancy or expensive stuff, and I don't care about brands. After using the last of my powder a week earlier, she could literally have bought the cheapest no-brand powder in the world, and I would have been fine. I just snapped. I had told her over and over to not use my washing powder if she wasn't going to replace it, and I just had enough. I bought a new box of washing powder, some Dylan machine dye, mixed it with a bit of the washing powder, and dumped it into the old box. When the dye is dry, it looks like washing powder, especially if you're not expecting it. I took my new box of washing powder to my room and waited. A week later, came home from work and saw her laundry hanging outside, all with a mysterious pink color. She stomped up to me and demanded to know what I had done. I told her I was going to dye my own clothes and someone had told me the shade would be lighter if I mixed it with powder lye. Then asked her why she had used it when it had clearly been in a box with my name on it when I had told her not to use it because she never replaced it. I don't think she believed me, but she finally got the message. She almost never takes my stuff, and when she does, she's quick to replace it.
Woo!
Here are some top comments on this post.
Woo!
My mom put cornmeal in a box of detergent for the same reason. We lived in a trailer park and later that day, one of the neighbors was bitching a blue streak because someone ruined her clothes. They don't realize who the bad guy is in this story.
Woo!
I had a flatmate that quite a few times took everyone's laundry off of the clothes drying rack and would dump it in a pile just so he could hang up his own. After the third time of coming home to a pile of wet laundry that smelled damp, I had had enough. He didn't know that the rack belonged to me, and I was being kind to allow everyone in the apartment to use it, so I sold it. My office building had a laundromat and I had a locker anyways. Was fun when he got mad and asked where's the rack because he had just done a load. Said I was strapped for cash, so I sold it. Ended up buying a better one a few weeks later and kept it locked in my room. He walked around smelling like old towels until he eventually bought his own.
Woo!
Hahaha, that's awesome. There is a story in here somewhere about another university student whose dorm mate kept stealing their washing soap, so they mixed it with bleach. Dorm mate came to the weekly meeting screaming someone owed him new clothes, and the RA turned around and told him he was in trouble for stealing washing soap.
Woo!
I had a flatmate who constantly finished off things like butter and rice that I had bought, then didn't replace it. She didn't drink milk, but her girlfriend did, which I didn't know. I noticed I was suddenly going through milk a lot faster and thought I was losing my mind from half a gallon every 2 weeks to the same amount in half the time. I ran out of popcorn, pasta, rice, veggies, soy sauce, etc. way faster than I thought I should, and couldn't figure out why my budget was so out of whack. Turns out flatmate gave her girlfriend free rein to eat and drink all of my stuff, because she didn't think I would notice.
Woo!
I hate when people take my stuff without asking. I'm a kind and generous person. If you ask for something, the answer is almost 100% yes. My current roommates get more use out of my car than I do, because they ask first. The minute my is missing and I'm not aware of it, that's a good way to get Mema D.
Woo!
My first year of college, I had 2 roommates in an apartment with a single fridge. Pretty standard living situation. I bought myself some microwavable snacks, and for whatever reason one of my roommates decided he was going to make some of them for himself while we were both watching TV. So he comes back to the living room with me snacks and proceeds to start eating them without even asking if I wanted any. When I took one of them, he got mad at me for eating one office snacks, because apparently ownership goes to the guy who pushes buttons on the microwave.
Woo!
I'm starting uni next month, and I really hope this doesn't happen to me, but at least I have a plan if it does.
Woo!
I wish I could do this to my sister. She does this all the time. Takes my stuff, uses it up, and then doesn't replace it. It had happened with my tampons, which a girl really needs at the right time. I called her on her way from work, and told her she needed to get me more. She stops at a gas station and gets me the cardboard ones. Definitely not the same as more expensive brand I paid for. She said I was being petty and selfish when I told her it wasn't right. She got away with it because family is family, and I should just let it go.
Woo!
I've been the guy to use the last of someone else's stuff when I needed it. I always buy a new, usually larger size, within a day. My first roommate was not the same. I bought 3 boxes of Girl Scout cookie, Thin Mints to be exact, my favorite. I put them in the fridge to chill, because they are awesome cold. I came back a day later to find that all 3 had been eaten by my roommate, who refused to pay or replace them. If it's in the fridge, that's shared space, and is free for everyone. He then purchased his own, and flipped his lid with, I took a sleeve of them, saying that they were his and not mine, even though he had put them in the fridge just like I had. His answer was that he didn't have to follow that rule, only I did. As soon as I could, I got out of that apartment and got my own spot. It might have been just him, but I have never shared a room or apartment with someone from New York City since, and I have never had that problem again.
Woo!
My sister would use all of my shower and bath products when I was home from college during breaks. She had a habit of forgetting to buy her own and had the nerve to get angry with me when I told her not to use my stuff. So I decided I would just use my shower caddy I used at the dorms and keep all of my products in my room so she couldn't use them anymore. Sure, it was annoying taking all of my products to and from the bathroom every day in my own home, but it was worth it to not go through things twice as fast.
Woo!
Well done, ma'am. Well done. Powdered starch would have been another and less damaging option. Generally, people tend not to take your detergent when their underwear comes out stiff as a board. This is Reddit Rundown. Please don't forget to like this video, click subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more video. Thanks for watching.